biggest part of markets at the moment, okay, and as I said, my free training's underneath, I'm going to repost this, is your indice markets. Now, you can see I've got the S&P 500 E-mini futures ticker here, and I have gone over the process many times of why we were long before and everything like that. So in brief terms, okay, a lot of people asked me, many Academy members, new and old, said, okay, well, Will, we've come all the way down. People are really worried about the markets. They're worried about global tensions. That was around the time you had the conflicts globally going on or starting. Tentative worries about sort of inflation of the economy, but they were easing a little bit. But many people asked me, would I take it long? And I said specifically, all you have to do, put your time frames up, look to the left-hand side, and you can see, would I take it long? Well, just ask yourself, have other people taken it long? Or has there been rejection in the market? Have people pulled their orders out before? Because price action, essentially, if you don't use it, in some ways, I think you're blind, really. I think there's a lot, I think you're missing out on basically everything you shouldn't be missing out on. If you're purely sentiment trading, generally, I think you're going to have worse entries. But you can see lumps of rejection at this point. It's absolutely solid. And the reason why it's very beneficial is because you haven't hit it for a while. The last time you were here was May, and then you get into the latter stages of October. So 5-6 months. You know, it was a really key tech zone for longs. You brushed just under this 100 MA, and you've since surged up. Now, the greatest part of all of this, as you'll know if you follow me, I've been saying it's short, it's short, it's short. I'm absolutely not buying this. Absolutely not. Because if you are, and it's the same for all other indexes, I'm short biased on all global indexes, or major ones, the French stock market, the CAC, the Australian stock market, the UK stock market. And the comments yesterday, bizarrely, you had a Fed member saying that they think it's overdone. They think the reaction is just completely unjustified in the markets. I mean, if that doesn't tell you much, then I don't know what will. But he's basically saying this buying shouldn't be happening. And they're still not clear about the economy. So it's not the case that this move you've seen is purely based on results, because the results aren't fantastic. What this is built on, and the best part of it, and why I expect you'll get a larger fall, is because it's built on rhetoric. It's built on what someone's saying, okay? Not facts, just what someone's saying. Yes, they may say inflation's easing, they've got it under control, blah, 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 because of this minor result they got in their news report or their economic report. But in reality, you know, just from a technical perspective anyway, there's going to be a point where people eventually, and, you know, this is the point of how I trade, eventually they're going to say, I want to take my money off the table, just like they did here, and then whack, it comes down. And I really believe that's what you're going to get. Going into 2024 will probably be the start of it. How long it lasts is yet to be seen. Okay, if it does become confirmed by their economic reports, then you may go higher. But I suspect your nearest moving average will take you in line with this level of support. And ultimately you'll get there. But I'm absolutely not buying. It's sky high. It is sky high. The deal you're getting if you're long is terrible. Remember, trading successfully is basically deal making. Am I getting a viable price based on my logical common sense brain or not? I can see the price has come up here before, and this is why emotion comes into it for many people. I mean, for me, removing emotion is just about having a robotic mindset about your size and what you're going to do if something goes wrong. Okay, that's the only way to manage it, because it doesn't involve emotion. It involves fact. Fact is much better than emotion if you're doing a job like this. Okay, if you're in an argument, it helps. But if you're in a relationship or something like that and you just spout what you think is right, then it might not work. But generally, you can see what I'm saying because you've been here before. You know that's a high price. Why is it a high price? Well, it's a high price because it's at the highest price it's ever been. Okay, it's open to debate whether it will go higher, and that will be a high price. Okay, that's all open to fiction, but factually, there is no way you can tell me, and I've just accidentally ruined my indicators again. It's irritating when that happens. Right, I'll get it back in a sec. While I'm talking, I'll just add them. But like I said, there's no denying that that is a high price. Okay, and the reason why is because, like I said, it's there. You can see it. You can see it's as high as it's ever gone. Whether it will get higher or not really doesn't matter, because you don't know that, and of course I don't know that either. So, oh, that's the wrong number. But it doesn't matter. We don't need to know if it's going to go higher. Like I said, your job simply is to buy low and sell high. I mean, if you're an art dealer or something, or whatever job you do, you don't know what you're buying. You don't know what you're buying, what the price is going to be in a year. You're just doing it for what it is now, and the fact that you'll make money if you sold it now. And that's all you can do. But that makes money. That's a profitable process. Okay, because you don't have to be able to predict the future with a crystal ball. You just have to take value. And at the moment, you've got that value because you're at the highest price you've ever been. Okay, now the story is the same for other US indexes. It's also the same for the FTSE, where I'm short. The DAX, the AUS 200, I'm also short. Okay, people are going to say that's enough. It's as high as I want it. It's too high for the market at the moment. Okay, they will eventually do that. That is the natural way things work. Okay, so indexes into 2024, I'm short. And that is where I am with those. Like I said, don't forget to get my free training underneath.